62-36. Uh, is that first half?
Yeah, it's definitely a starting point. Obviously, 42 of those 62 came in the first half. And I think at halftime, we had around 11 blow-bys for 20-plus points. All the things that we talked about. This team leads the NBA in drives per game, and that's led by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And they just did whatever they want in that first half. I was hoping to come out at the half, start the third quarter with a much greater sense of urgency. Just wasn't there. I really applaud the effort by our bench. Those guys went out there and competed and played hard, and cut it to maybe 8 or 9 at one point, which was fun to watch. That's all I ever care about. Wins and losses matter. I understand that. This is a result-driven business. But as a coach, what I really care about is when you play and you compete and you play the right way. And we didn't have that from our starting group tonight. I bench at it. And even when we cut it, I wasn't going to put our starters back in. I didn't think they deserved that opportunity. The guys that got us back into the game were playing the right way. They deserve the opportunity. The beautiful thing about the NBA, as I told our team, for Monte, Will, Aaron, Jeff, Nicola especially, is that we get a chance to go home tomorrow night and try to get back to playing the way we know we're capable of playing. And, that's our hope, is that we can go home tomorrow night, back to back, and protect our home court and play a lot better.
What specifically did you like about the bench unit's effort to your point? I think it was 87 or 89-97 at the single digits late before.
Well, the first thing is I just like their competitive spirit. Like they were playing like they wanted to play, like they wanted to be here. And they were flying around. They didn't play perfect. We missed a ton of free throws tonight. We missed a ton of layups tonight. They were breakdown. They had 15 offensive rebounds. I think 11 of those came in the second half. But we only gave up 20 points in the paint in the second half. We only had 2 blow-bys in the second half. Fourth quarter, they scored 20 points on 24% from the field. That's when in doubt. I'm going to play guys that just want to go out there and play hard and going to compete. And that group did that. And my hope is tomorrow night when we start the game, on the jump ball, we don't give up an uncontested 3. I've never seen that. And that to me, right from the very beginning of the game on a jump ball, I knew that we weren't locked in. And you can't just show up and think you're going to beat anybody. We have to fight. We have to scrap. We have to claw. We have to earn. And tonight, unfortunately, we weren't able to do that.
How much is this? It could be even attributed to 4 days off.
I think a lot of people will love to use those readily available excuses. But my question would be, our bench had 4 days off too. And they were able to somehow, some way find a way to play hard. And our starters, I wouldn't say they didn't play hard. We played in spurts, but I don't think we were ready to play. And I don't think we were ready to start the third quarter. And that's why I went to our bench early. And, it's just fun to watch those guys go out there and compete. But, if half your team is ready to play and half your team is not, I don't know if you can say 4 days off was the reason. Now, was it ideal? Of course not. When you're playing, you want to stay in a rhythm. You want to be playing. And it feels like we haven't played in forever. Last game, obviously, was Friday in Atlanta. So maybe that affected some guys. I don't know. But you got to be able to handle and do your job no matter what the circumstances are.
Could you talk about the effect the zone had on slowing Oklahoma City down in that second half?
Well, the blow-bys and the paint points were alarming. And so the thought process was maybe our zone can kind of keep them out of our paint, slow them down, and make them become a jump shooting team. They were 8 of 34 from 3 tonight, 23%. The big issue we had, though, Chris, and I know you know this because you watched the game, is that we were getting stops, but we were not finishing it with a defensive rebound. That's the hardest thing to do when you're in a zone. You have to find a guy in your area to box out. And again, 11 of their 15 offensive rebounds came in that second half, and we played extensive zone possessions. So it helped us. It helped slow the tide a little bit. And, I thought Facu, Davon, Austin, Vlatko, J-Mike. It was great to have him back in the lineup. Those guys they left it all out there. I'm proud of them.
Michael, what did you say after Dort gets that offensive rebound? 4:51 left in the third, hits the 3, call timeout, full shift change. What are you saying in that moment?
So I'm just looking for guys that want to be here, that want to play, that are willing to go above and beyond, and I just seen enough. You know what I mean? And it was everybody. I mean, like, it wasn't just one guy in the lineup. I felt as a 5-man unit, we just did not have the requisite mindset, work ethic, focus, whatever you want to call it. And so I just made that decision, knowing we had a home game tomorrow night, and hoping I could go to a 5-man unit off the bench that would at least provide a spark, provide some energy. And they did that. And it was great to see them take advantage of the opportunity that was given to them.
Thanks, Coach. You got one more? Well, I was just gonna say, Bones was able to kind of come back, but was able to had to leave again. What's your sense on how what his availability might be?
Yeah, I mean, he's questionable. I mean, obviously, he's had a recurring issue with the ankle. We rolled it again tonight, got some treatment, was able to play in the second half, but then I saw him kind of limping out there a little bit. I wanted to go in the back, get some treatment, and hopefully we can do everything we can tonight on the plane, all day tomorrow, to make him available for tomorrow night. He's a difference maker for us. He's a spark off the bench, and hopefully he's able to go. All right, thank you.